Hello, this is Vivian again. Today's July the 15th, 2014. This is my submission for reflection number 8, how to make videos for the flipped and blended classroom. This presentation was given by teacher trainer and English language instructor Vicki Hollett on June the 17th, 2014. I watched the recorded presentation since I was unable to attend the live presentation. I have not connected with the presenter or attendees of this presentation. The presenter has written many textbooks, but recently has migrated from print to digital media, at least partially. Her goal was to take the students out of the classroom and into the real world where the English language is presented in context. Inspired by the TED site, she created her own site with movie trailers, which also includes the transcript. She says that anyone can use public domain videos, such as this following link here. Vicki recommends using pre-1940 or 1960 videos, since the likelihood of the content, especially the music, would not be a copyright issue. With the improvements made in technology today, anyone can produce high-quality videos. And as the presenter says, everyone lights up when you put a video on. The equipment does not need to be expensive, and with some good planning, the video can be a very effective way to teach. Many cell phone cameras produce very high quality images, and lights, microphones, tripods, and even editing software are reasonably priced. So through trial and error and the help of her husband, who has extensive experience in broadcasting, the presenter has been able to make certain observations about what makes a good learning video. Her first piece of advice was to not give too much information too quickly in the video. A video can incorporate a lot of information in a short period of time, and it is important to keep it digestible. Initially, she limited herself to 1-minute videos, which brought about the question of what can be taught in 1 minute. The answer is to tell a little story and to incorporate the lesson into it. The 2-minute dramas are also effective where a gag has been incorporated at the start, in the middle, and at the end of the video. The script itself needs to be engaging and interesting. Paul Maglione of English Attack says the optimal length of a video is between 1 and 2 minutes. Some of the basic rules in taking images were also pointed out, such as the rule of thirds and the line of action. I was aware of the first rule, but not the second, and I found it helpful when the presenter gave some examples of these rules, so we could see why one frame was better than the weaker one. Watching this presentation was very inspiring because this appeals to my hands-on style of learning and teaching. Long ago, I also felt that at some point it's important to bring the language into the context, because by making associations, we will recall when certain idioms, expressions, etc. are used. When learning French years ago, I rarely found myself remembering what I'd learned in a French language exercise book. But once there was an experience attached to the vocabulary, for example, I would never forget again. While living in France as an au pair girl, I recall Madame had sent me to ask some workers in their shop when the cupboard handles would arrive. Not remembering the exact word for handles in French, I think I used a word meant for pastry. The French workers had a field day with me until one kind man finally corrected my vocabulary, and to this day, this is probably almost 40 years later, I still remember that incident. While watching this video, I wondered how I would find the time to learn how to finally use my Sony Vega video editor program. I have tried various times in the past to learn how to use it, and each time found that I would put it away, settling for the basic free editor that comes with my laptop. Then again, I would get inspired when watching a video where a green screen is used and decide that I will pull out that editor program once again and work my way through the tutorials. I bought the program in 2010. Several times I have got so far as to set up lights, the special ones that imitate natural daylight, and have made some trial videos where I've simply spoken to the camera. Each time I've never been satisfied with the videos since I find so many things wrong in my presentation. However, the idea of creating a 2-minute mini drama, a story, might be worth pursuing. I would feel less concerned about being perfect in front of the camera and just focus on the storytelling at hand. Perhaps starting off with some simple scripts and setting up a simple stage might be enough. Recruiting someone to help might be a lot more difficult. Right now, I do feel inspired again to try to create some mini dramas. It would be easy enough to set up the props, but I would definitely have to learn how to use my Sony Vega editor. These would be the first steps towards creating quality videos. So I will take the Sony Vega package off the bookshelf, dust it off, and try again. One of the questions I have is how best to use the green screen. Using this in conjunction with props might be a relatively easy way to start. The idea of changing the background settings appeals to me and helps to create different contexts quite easily. One site that Vicki recommended is called videoblocks.com. In one of her graphics, the main message stated that videos bring many opportunities, and some of these included accents, chants, songs, and dictations. Videos inspire both the teachers and students, and when done well, bring satisfaction to both. And there you go. There is the reflection. So I'm going to go over to my blog. In the dashboard, I've already added the title up here. And I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste. One moment. And I've gone ahead and added the content here for this reflection number 8. And I'm going to go ahead and publish this, and I'm going to add a picture, check for corrections a little bit later. I know there was a spelling error in here. And we'll just check, make sure that came out. And there it is, number 8. And I'll go ahead and upload this to YouTube. And thank you again for watching this video.